All right, it is Fright Night with Ferocious V, and we have Fuzzy here, and we have Sadie here, and unfortunately, our other members are dealing with illness and other work and some work related stuff. So it's gonna be the three of us tonight, and we are reviewing Ziam. Um, that's how you pronounce it in Thai. It is a martial arts um, zombie movie, kind of. I think, right, Fuzzy? Would that classify as
Yeah,
zombie?
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
Would
sure.
classify as
Okay.
zombie.
It gets a little weird at the end, but all right. So, let's do some intros, and then we'll get into why we picked this one because Fuzzy had two choices. Sadie, what's been going on lately? What have you been doing? Not so much trouble, right?
No, actually, it's been a slow month for me. This was the first month out of the entire year that I've not left the state of Ohio yet, but it's still only halfway through. Um, don't, don't underestimate me. But so let's see. What was that? I don't remember. So the last time we were on, uh, have we had a show since the con? Since New Jersey?
Um, I know the last one you were with us was the Astral Paranormal one.
Was that after New Jersey Horror Con?
I think it was.
It was, I think that was
Oh, was
before.
it before?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm,
it might
I'm
have
pretty
been.
sure there
Yeah.
was another one. What was it wasn't
Oh, now you're making me look up stuff.
Oh my goodness.
all right, so the one before
Anyway,
this was The Conjuring.
yeah. So
Go on.
Yeah, The
I
Conjuring was
missed
like
that
2 weeks
one.
ago.
All right. So
Yeah.
yeah. So let's
Yeah,
see.
it's
What
been
do
a
we
little
do?
bit.
So we all had a New Jersey Horror Con. That was a fun time. What was before that? Oh, we were filming. We did the last of Crimson Harvest, right? My time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
We all saw each other there. That was fun. So
Uh-huh.
we did the New Jersey Horror Con. After that, I did. I was in Staten Island and had caught up with some of my Terrifier friends, Jess and Faye. We had dinner out there. It was a good time. Then filmed a couple of days. Then came a rainbow. Had my daughter with me. It's her first movie, so she was super excited. We had the girls tell her at the con. She had no idea it was coming. She cried. She was excited. It was a lot of fun. I'm proud of her. I think we found her new thing. So she's like me. Um, and that was a lot of fun. There'll be more of that coming up, I'm sure.
hmm
All
Yeah,
right.
so that's it. What about you guys?
Yeah, what about you, Fuzzy?
Um, the most part, just been keeping a low profile after the con and stuff like that. Still picking up filming equipment and got a few more things coming in this weekend. So we'll have about 70% of the audio stuff wrapped up. Still got to get the main boom mic and accessories to go along with that. But got the wireless mics coming in. Already have the separate, better camera mic. Um, outside of that, been trying to play some games, but haven't had much time. Still got to go through some of the footage from the Everett Theater, get that all edited and stuff like that. Use the anamorphic lens, so going through the de-squeezing of the imagery and stuff like that. But got all that taken care of in Premiere Pro. Um, yeah, other than that, just got to enjoy a kung fu zombie movie that we'll definitely get into and why we wound up picking this particular one. But other than that, just kind of looking forward to Halloween, the end of this month. Although I don't think we have as many kids that do the trick or treating in our little cul-de-sac and stuff. I
Mm-mm.
think most of that now is like uh, trunk or treat in like each cul-de-sac where just a couple of the parents will have candy out of the trunk, and sometimes they'll have a cooler and whatnot. But yeah, it's that season, and then right after Halloween, Christmas decorations and Christmas music and
Slow down there. Slow down. Let me enjoy my spooky time first. I mean, I like Christmas, too, but
yeah,
I mean, it'll be here before we know it.
yeah. Well,
Yeah, we're trying to hold on to the spooky time right now. It only comes once a year.
yeah.
Spooky season is year round. Thank you.
Well, only if we go to the cons. But they try and have like Christmas in July, Christmas in like March, and Christmas in like September. Like everybody wants Christmas.
See, you can have Christmas lights on your house all year round because you forgot to take them down. But if you start leaving like Halloween decorations up here all year round, you're the weird one in the neighborhood. And
I'm fine. I'll be the weird one. Leave me alone. That's like the house you don't go to. Like the little kids are afraid. Like, oh, lady that lives in there. I want to be that house, so I'm okay. Oh my gosh. No thanks.
So I'll tell you this: some of the TikToks and some of the Instagram videos and stuff like that I've seen, the funniest ones for Halloween are the ones where the dad, like this one, the dad is playing the music for Halloween on an actual, piano or whatever, keyboard or whatever, and the little kid is like doing this kind of slow interpretive dance. And the mom runs out and she's like, no, 11 months out of the year, we're normal. Just, they're not weird all, it's just for 30 days. I'm like, those things are so hilarious.
Yeah, I think I've seen that one.
Yeah.
Are they dressed in there like Michael Myers?
Yes. Yeah. And mom's like, yeah, you are freaking adorable, but can you get the knife out of your eye, honey?
I did not realize where the Halloween mask came from.
You seriously?
I didn't know that was supposed to be William Shatner.
That is a newbie thing.
Really? What?
I didn't know. Like
rookiness.
My Halloween or my horror movie stuff and sci-fi stuff have always remained separate, except for in like a few sci-fi, like Aliens is about the only thing where they cross paths. But yeah, I did not know that was supposed to be William Shatner mask.
Yeah, he's showing his rookiness right now.
That's fine. I'll admit I was, today years old when I found out. Next thing you know, I'll find out that the Jason mask wasn't originally a hockey mask or something. No, I'm just kidding. I'll leave it at that. But yeah, I did not know William Shatner was the.
Do we need to have a talk, Fuzzy?
No, I'm good. I'm good. But that was.
I'll put you in on the Jason stuff later, okay? Because boy, are you going to be surprised.
Oh no.
So how have you been, Fee? What have you been up to?
So let's see. So I'm gonna say this to everybody. Yeah, I've been hanging out with Fuzzy, so pretty much everything he does, I do. I make him do. But but I will tell you this much. We've been together for so long, almost 30 years, and it is amazing how we can spend almost an entire Sunday talking about the difference between full camera lenses and APS-C lenses and not even get on each other's nerves. So yeah, that's what we did one Sunday. Because he asked a question and he said, do some homework. And I'm like, yeah, you need to come down here and help me with this homework. So that's all we talked about. and we watched videos about it, trying to figure out, okay, well, which type of lens should we get for this and this? And I'm like, hey, why don't we just get the APS-C, and then we'll see later if we need the full one. And he's like, okay. And that took a whole almost a whole entire day. So yes.
Well, at least you guys made a decision.
Yeah, true. But we didn't argue about it. So, that was a plus. Yeah. So, but other than that, we've been talking about what short films, and of course, Sadie, you're roped into everything. So we already have a plan for you. So clear your schedule for, like what we said, March or April.
I think March or April. One of the two should be fine.
Like the later part of March. So we got two for you. And I don't know if Fuzzy wants to do his two at that time. But we got two. You down for two?
Actually, to fill you guys in a little bit. So I believe we all know our friend Ron Black, and Chris
Yes.
doing their anthology, which I'm part of. I was going to miss out on Fragmented Mind because I had signed up for the slab with, some of our other friends like Daniel Simpson and whatnot. Lou Temple's in that one. Well, it was supposed to be filming in November. However, we just found out that it's pushed back till the beginning of next year, the beginning of spring, actually. So possibly in March is what they were aiming for. So heads up on that one. I have absolutely no idea. So, but Ron reached out to me this morning and was like, hey, since I wasn't originally going to be able to do it. He's like, Slab got pushed back. Would you like to be a part of Fragmented Mind? He's like, we have a goal for you and everything. And I'm like, absolutely. I'm like, so, things just happen to work out in my favor on this part. So now instead of doing the slab in the beginning of November or middle-ish sometime, I will be doing that with him and Chris. So I look forward to that. But
yeah, but that's November. I'm talking March.
I know, but
but they pushed it to the beginning. Yeah,
it got pushed to March.
Oh, it got pushed to March. Is it the beginning? Is it the beginning or the?
I don't know yet because it was supposed to be November, and I wasn't even there wasn't even a roundabout date yet. So
yeah,
I probably won't know until close to time. Actually,
so I mean, I get that and everything. We're pretty flexible. We haven't gotten a date, and we do have to talk to a couple people, whatever. We can always push it to April. It's not really that big of a deal for us.
I mean, of course, I'm already reeled in for it. It's just I don't want to.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let you guys know stuff that I have ahead of time. That way, I'm not last minute. Oh no, I'm already busy.
So that's all right because whatever Ron and Chris are doing, right now in March or whatever. We're gonna rope them into doing stuff as well. So they already told me that they would do the one. I haven't named it yet, but it involves you getting kidnapped. So
oh God,
they said they would do that one at least with us.
That's fun. Actually, I have to have a meeting with Ron. After this. To talk about when I'm going and what I'm doing and stuff like that. So that's going to be fun. But they're good guys. I like them.
Yeah. So
they are definitely a lot of fun.
No, but seriously, like I said, they Chris and Ron already said that they were going to do the one. Chris is really excited about it, about you getting kidnapped.
Oh, of course.
So don't worry.
I'm definitely the type they'll be like, oh my God, fucking get rid of her. Should kill her. Shut her up.
that one's we can push that one to April. It's not a big deal. But no, we're roping you in, and we can always ask Mark Sorrow or Brian Wild to help us out if Rod and Chris aren't available. So yeah, so I'll just let everybody, all the members here know, and all the fans and everything. Fuzzy's only one person, so he can only handle one camera. And we don't like using just one camera, so we have a second, at least another person do it. So yeah, if it's not me, it's probably going to be Chris or somebody else. So we'll be working with somebody else that can do the camera, and then you have to have somebody for lighting, somebody for sound. It's really hard to do it all by yourself. So we'll grab some people at some point. Be like, hey, you want to make a movie? And everybody says yes, right, Fuzzy?
Pretty much.
Pretty much. So yeah, besides all of that, we are gonna get into why we decided on this movie. So this is Ziam. I know it sounds weird, but that is how you pronounce it in Thai. I looked it up. So Fuzzy, why don't you tell the story of how you decided this one?
Well, the idea originally came from a conversation on Fun Speculations podcast like a couple of Thursdays ago, where talking about horror movies and stuff, and we all came to the conclusion it'd be a cool idea to have a horror movie with kung fu, and maybe that will be something that we could work on in the future. But as far as what's already out there in existence, decided to look it up and find out like what streaming services had what, or if they had anything that would fit both kung fu and zombies. And two movies came up, one on Tubi and then this one on Netflix. And originally, because of the age range, well, not the age range, but the year they were made,
1982.
I figured the one that was on Tubi would probably be the better of the two, because I'm like, oh, the 80s, yeah, that's like prime time for kung fu flicks. So I can only imagine, them having zombies and kung fu from the 80s and how that would turn out. And then the other one being the one that we're actually doing the review of, being more recent. I was like, I don't want subtitles. I'm that guy that rather have the voice dubbed than the subtitles and stuff. But after watching, like, I guess it was the trailer, or maybe it was like the first 5 or 10 minutes of the one from the 80s.
It was the first 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think we're better off go with this one because it made me feel like I needed to have edibles or a really strong drink to understand what was going on, because there was like, I guess you could say like a kung fu master that seemed like he was already drunk, and every time he would move, he would have puppets pop up and he would laugh at the puppets. And I really did not want to sit through too much more of that, because I'm like, is he scared of the puppets or is he scaring other? I don't. Yeah, it was really strange. So I didn't want to. Yeah, I didn't want.
Hold on a second. What? Yeah, tell the title, Kung Fu Zombies. That's what it's called, in case anybody wants to try it.
Yeah, it was Kung Fu Zombies
on TV. Fun sometime too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it would probably be a fun movie to review, but I didn't want to torture you guys just yet. Like, it was one that we could probably, give a shot later on. But after watching, like, just the trailer of Ziam, or is it Ziam, or is it, I said Ziam. After watching the trailer for it, I was like, okay, it's got the the fast zombie action kind of stuff. I was like, yeah, this is more my speed. So we decided to go with this one. But if anybody's interested in another zombie kung fu flick, it's Kung Fu Zombies on Tubi.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say I didn't warn you. It's a little strange in the beginning. I'm pretty sure it levels out as you watch it further, but the first 5 or 10 minutes was kind of weirding me out a bit.
Yeah, you didn't watch you didn't watch movies from the 80s, it doesn't mellow out, guys. It does not mellow out. Trust me. Trust me. Okay? Especially if you're talking about something that was from Japan or China or Vietnam or something like that. It doesn't mellow out, trust me. I've watched multiple types of Asian and Indian culture movies that were horror movies. I'll tell you this much: Juan of the Dead, a must see. I will tell you that is a must see for a zombie movie. Juan of the Dead, but that wasn't made in the 80s. Okay, those that made in the 80s, they do not mellow out. It is literally like if you ever want to experience, LSD without taking LSD, watch one of them. Trust me.
Duly noted.
So yeah, we decided on this one because this one was it was a more, how can I put it, a more modern version. So it could have appealed to all audiences across the board. So that's why we chose this one. But I will tell you this, and I'm hoping that Fuzzy shows the side that I usually see, and doesn't, be so reserved here today.
Oh, jeez, here we go.
So we're gonna start off with first impressions. Who wants to go first?
Go ahead, Fuzz.
All right. So just watching the trailer, my first impressions were that this is going to be more in tune with like the action zombie flicks with fast moving zombies that I like in these types of movies and things. Another plus, and like I hinted to earlier, didn't have to do subtitles and whatnot. Yeah, I the American dub is fine. It seemed like most of the translation seemed to work, although I'm pretty sure the kid probably said some uh, more mean words at certain parts of the movie. But all in all, I think this was a pretty interesting movie, although the zombies didn't really start until 30 minutes in, I think. But it started off with some kung fu action as far as within the first 5 or 10 minutes with them, I guess, trying to make a delivery or some sort of exchange, and people trying to rob them. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, it was action packed from beginning to end and kept my attention. So yeah, I was pretty jazzed up for it.
All right. What about you, Sadie?
So at first, I didn't think I was gonna like it because I'm not really into the whole fighting kind of thing, nor am I really a zombie person. So I was like, oh, this is fun. And then it's kind of dark in the beginning of the movie, and I hate like trying. I can't see like what's going on. Turn on the lights. So at first I was like, oh no, am I gonna make it through this one? But it did, like, I agree. It started off pretty action packed. Like it did keep my attention enough, So um, it got better, I think, as the movie went on for sure. But at first, I wasn't gonna, I didn't have high hopes for it. It turned itself around.
So I will say this about the movie. I like the action in it. It was pretty good. Um, normal stuff that you would normally see in any type of action movie, very choreographed. Um, seems like extraordinary feats that the average person couldn't do. Um, and it makes the guy, a hero. The story behind it, the plot behind it, pretty decent, a little bit fresh compared to others. But at the same time, I found that silly towards the end. And Fuzzy knows what I mean by that. but I did not like the end. I know why they did the ending that the way they did it, and we'll probably spoil a little bit towards the end on why.
Did you
But
guys watch
what was
like
that?
after the credits, like
Yes,
into the credits?
yes.
Okay.
I did not like the ending though.
I
I
always
knew why they did it, but I still don't like it.
well, yeah, of course, yeah.
I don't think it needed it. I think it was forced, but you'll find out towards the end why it was forced. So
Yeah.
let's get,
Sequels.
what was that?
Possible sequels. You want to leave it open,
Yeah, whatever. I don't think it needed a sequel, but anyway, a little forced there. All right, so let's get into. We don't really. I mean, I don't think we really need to discuss the action of this because it's something to see. It's not something to like talk about. Oh well, he did this and no. You need to see it to really understand and really see the magnificence, and the extraordinaire feats that they put into this movie when they did the choreography for the fight scenes. But it does open up with a fight scene. So that was really good.
Yeah.
What did you think about the freshness of why they became zombies? Let's go into that.
Yeah, that part was a little bit weird. I mean, think post-apocalyptical. There's like a food crisis. There's a shortage of food, and
Yeah, this
only
is
the
Yeah,
dystopian.
they didn't do too much detail into that part. Like they talked about it, but it was very. If you missed that part, you wouldn't know what was going on about it. And then
yeah.
they didn't really stem off of that too much until you know what I mean. Like it was a short part of the movie. About
So so in the beginning they're fighting over fish. That's basically what it comes down to. There is a truck, they're smugglers basically. Then there were some other people that were like, "Oh, we're thieves. Let's go over and take what they smuggled in," kind of situation. And it was fish.
And
That's,
isn't that what like it is it is that was it contaminated that
yes, yes. That was the whole plot. Contaminated fish. That's how the zombie apocalypse started. But the thing is that this is a dystopian society at its finest, where civilization they have still a hierarchy of wealth, and then they have the lower class, and then of course they have even lower than that.
right?
So you have where the female character is is a doctor, obviously, and she's supposed to perform surgery on somebody that is sick or whatever. So she goes to work. Her boyfriend, on the other hand, is the smuggler, and she doesn't like the fact that he's a smuggler. But I guess he feels he needs to contribute to the household. So he's like, "Hey, this is my job." Um, but they're at odds with each other on that one. But they still love each other, right, and everything. But they're not married yet. So we have this fish that he brings in, but he doesn't know it's contaminated. But he takes it home because it was basically his fee. That was his fee, and that's what Sadie's saying. That if you didn't correlate that the fish was contaminated, it's kind of like, how did we get here?
Yeah,
So no, I totally agree with that. So you kind of have to watch the beginning. You can't just watch the action scene and that's it. So we always know we have a dumb character. How did you feel about our dumb character? We all know who the dumb character was, right?
What the boss guy that was trying to get the other I guess underling bosses or whatever to eat the food, or
Yeah. So at the I guess what would we call that?
crime boss dinner.
yeah,
Crime boss dinner.
literally.
Yeah, crime boss dinner. So how do we feel about the stupid guy?
I mean, he kind of had it coming. I mean, it's a weird mix because typically a criminal that's going to make it up that far up the ranks is not going to be as trusting even of his own boss.
Yeah.
So trust no one, suspect everyone kind of thing. And he would
Uh-huh.
have probably in real life let everybody else eat the fish while he sits back
Uh-huh.
and watches. But instead,
Uh-huh.
he's like, no, no, our boss hooked us up with this, special stash of fish, and it's all good, and we should, chow down because we're going to be eating good for the, umpteen years while the rest of the world falls apart. And the other, underling bosses were kind of hesitant to eat the fish, but they saw him eating the fish, so they were like, oh, it's all good. Until he started coughing up blood, and yeah, then everything went awry from there. But yeah, I mean, I guess you had to have somebody be the guinea pig to eat the contaminated fish. It just the one thing I would have probably changed is that he finds a way to convince the other ones, either by authority or forcing them, or
Mm-hmm.
just being somebody of that stature. You're going to be somewhat charming or convincing. He could have easily won them over and said, "Hey, you know, I know you guys probably haven't had a good meal in a while. Chow down on this fish or whatever. This was recently brought in kind of thing." And he could have probably sat back and be like, "Oh yeah, that's why my boss gave me samples of this, not to make sure it was safe, or I guess to make sure it was safe. But now we know, and I'm still alive, or I'm fighting these fish infected zombie people." So yeah, that's the only thing that I would slightly change. But yeah, it wound up being like poetic justice, seeing him like, oh yeah, chow down, and then all of a sudden he's coughing up blood and having convulsions and stuff.
So is there any way that he could have faked taking, fake eating it or whatever?
I guess, I mean, he could have gone back to his childhood and probably been like, oh, an airplane, and drop it in his lap or something. Maybe he has a guard dog, feeds the guard dog some, and oh wait, Fido is coughing up
Right,
blood
great.
here.
Zombie dogs now too. No way.
Yep, got some dogs.
Well, hopefully it doesn't attack its owner, kind of thing. But yeah,
Oh, it would for sure.
Yep.
No, but he should have found some sort of way to like let somebody else test it first. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how he made it up the ranks that fast or that far without, at least having other people be guinea pigs to stuff. But
I don't know how he got up in the ranks to begin with, being that dumb and that gullible and that naive. Like, did he not during his beginning reign? Did he not at some point see his his boss, the main guy, kill somebody or do something to somebody, like, or trick them into doing something? Because that's usually how it works.
So maybe that's how he baited up the ranks. He watched all of his previous bosses that were under the main guy, rapidly, well, not rapidly die, but like he climbed the ranks by each one of them kind of being off, and he was none the wiser.
So you would have thought at some point he's like, yeah, I don't think I should eat this fish. Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. Well, let's have everybody else eat it and see what happens.
Mhm.
Nope, he just gullible as ever, just starts eating the fish. I'm like, maybe he was supposed to get a bonus from his boss if he convinced everybody to eat it.
Yeah. I mean,
Maybe that was it.
I'm confused about like, did I miss the part of like I know there was a food shortage and stuff, and I know the contaminated fish is what caused it, but did they know that like food was contaminated, and like is that why it was a shortage? Like, was food just bad, or was it a shortage in general? Like, did they know it was like making, you know what I mean? Like,
so in the beginning, like, in basically in the credits, they kind of talked about how this there was this bacteria that came from the polar ice caps that had melted and it had gone into the waterways, and that the fish and other animals had been contaminated and had died and everything like that.
Okay. Yeah. That's when I wasn't paying too much attention because it was hard to see. And they were like talking or whatever. Yeah. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. All right. Continue.
So
See, like that though, if you didn't pay attention to the beginning, you would have questions for sure.
yes.
Okay.
So that's how I got into the fish. But the thing is that the senior boss, I guess, had figured at some point that the fish would be okay. Maybe he tested it. We don't know why he thought it was okay. I guess they were farm raising it or something like that and got the contaminate.
Did you really think it was okay, or was he just trying to off everybody?
I don't know, because his okay, so that's a good question, because he, and I don't even know how this is possible, to be honest with you. So he goes to the surgeon because he's this high level guy, and they have him and his wife sectioned off in another part of the hospital, and this doctor, this surgeon that's the main character, um is saying, but I have surgery or whatever to do on somebody else. And he's like, no. The big boss in the hospital is like, no. We're going to go up and see this guy and his wife, right?
Right.
So she's getting blood transfusions, right? But then there's this conversation that he wants to, did he say he wanted to put the fish in his wife?
Something like that. I think basically they wanted to do some sort of I'm assuming he wanted to do some sort of experiment with either feeding her the fish or replacing some of her organs with that part I didn't quite get, but I assumed or took it as, hey, feed my wife this fish instead of giving her the blood transfusions.
Yeah.
Like that's going to magically heal her. Which it just, that part was weird because it's like, well, is she getting the blood transfusions because she ate contaminated food before? And you figure this, your farm raised fish is, superior, and, just get that in her gut and she'll be fine. Or that part was a little shaky.
With her? What was she like? Did she eat something contaminated? And like, what was she sick with?
We don't know.
They never really said. They just kind of made you think that, oh, well, she's really sick and she needs blood transfusions, but that's as much detail as they really gave. And that, he was willing to spend any and all kinds of money and pay whoever to take care of his wife so she could be healthy again. No expense spared kind of thing. So
but I don't know how they were going to get the fish in her. Were they going to mash it up and then put it in her bloodstream or something? Like, it was just really, really weird.
They never really went into detail on it. I just assumed, hey, just start feeding her this, or maybe replace her liver with a fish liver.
I don't want to. That's kind of spoiler, but anyways.
Oh, we do spoilers on here all the time, guys. We're gonna say spoilers on here.
Oh, for sure. So when did she turn into a zombie, though? I missed that part.
Okay, so that was much later in the film.
I know, like when they were out in the hallway or whatever, but
yeah.
Like, did she get bitten somewhere?
So that is a question that I don't know either, because all of a sudden she just turned into the zombie.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
was she get bit?
Okay, so
the blood, and like maybe she was like getting the transfusions to keep her from becoming a zombie or something, because
maybe that's what it is.
And like she ran out of blood, and next thing you know, she's like out in the hallway eating her husband.
I mean, it was a mixture of that, and I think it was the water as well, which
it was the water.
Leads me to believe, because the fish was contaminated, I'm assuming she ate some fish from before that was contaminated, and something about water, and I guess with it being a fish virus, let's just say, instead of
I was like,
Instead of like the bird flu, it was the fish flu or whatever. As soon as water touched them, it reanimated them.
Right, yeah. I'm like, well, that sucks.
So I think that's what caused her to kind of wake up and become this like fish zombie, because it was like as soon as water started hitting some of these, their mouths started to spread and they had
They started turning into fish, bro.
yeah. So
Literally, it was fish zombies. I'm like, all right, like it was their Muay Thai freaking fighting combat, Mortal Kombat people, whatever.
All right, so that's where the freshness came in. Is that we now know they were fish zombies. So what do we think about the zombies turning into fish zombies, because they were regular zombies at first.
Yeah, and then they were different once the water hit them and they came back.
Yeah. So what do we think about that?
It was an interesting change. Like normally zombies will have like maybe one or two different phases. It's like, oh, the in between before they actually die, where they're starting to convert or whatever, and then they reanimate or something along those lines. But this was like the third phase, or like their final form. Water hits them and they become rejuvenated as fish zombies. And I think the weird part was how it was almost like they became more shark-like instead of like your typical zombie, where they were munching on people. They were chewing on flesh, and the one lady decided to eat babies or whatever. But
yeah.
But like once they had some water splashed on them, kind of thing, from like the sprinkler system, it was like Jaws. Like their mouths open wider, their teeth seemed to become more razor sharp, and their eyes got kind of funny, almost like the way fish eyes are and stuff. And yeah, if you knocked them down before, where they took a blow to the head or something like that, they were definitely up and moving, and it looked like they were trying to, I guess instead where their lungs were starting to convert into gills on their rib cage or something weird. But
yeah, their bodies transformed too.
Yeah,
like not not like things looking around, but it was weird. They were creepy though. And they move fast. I'm gonna tell you what. I would never survive a zombie apocalypse, guys. I'm just letting you know, because them things go.
Yeah. No, you definitely need some sharp objects like that. That would have been the big thing. I mean, weapons like guns, rifles, whatnot, those seem to be great, but it always fails. It seems to fail that people forget to shoot in the head. But I guess, not knowing what a zombie is prior, although I would hope humanity is pretty familiar, aim for the head when it comes to zombies these days. But it always seems like in the movie, oh, let's shoot him in the arm or in the leg. Well, that slows him down. That doesn't knock him out. But then again, I guess even if you shot him in the head, once the water hit him, it's almost like they would, revive him, kind of thing. So
yeah. So what was our favorite kill?
Trying to think.
Well,
there was one that was set on fire. I think having the guy, that they kept throwing bottles of alcohol on him and stuff, and then setting them on fire was pretty cool.
Okay. What about you, Sadie?
I don't know, but I like when they had the SWAT team or whatever, like in there, and the guy was fighting the one cop or whatnot, and he about, not sleeper hold, but then when they're both knocked out and he wakes up and he's like totally being annihilated by a zombie or whatever, gruesome, but I liked it. Their fight scene was pretty badass. So
yeah,
but watching him getting devoured, gruesome.
So we haven't talked about the little kid, but the little kid is struggling at one point when they're on the scaffolding on the outside trying to get into onto another floor.
Mhm.
And when the guy just basically drops the weapon right into the woman zombie's head, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, there were some decent kills mixed in there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The one that I'm kind of glad they did it off screen was the one nurse, I guess, in
Babies,
the yeah, with the babies.
the
You
babies.
know, it was like uh, instead of chicken, it's like baby, the other white meat, and it's like she's just all you see is like blood spatter on the walls and stuff, and it's like. And the little boy is like, "Mom, I want to stay here with my mom." Yeah, I guess you want to be eaten by your mom as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one was you kind of saw that one coming, kind of thing. But
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't think those babies could have survived anyway.
nah, I mean, they were doomed from get go. Everybody in that building was doomed except for the main guy. But we'll get into that a little bit later. But
I mean,
yeah.
like they said, how many people in there? They're like 500. They're like, blow it up. What? No. You know what? See what happened? They should have just listened to the damn man in the first place, blew it up, take one for the team, 500 people compare. Now look what they got to deal with.
Yeah.
All because they didn't want to listen.
Mm,
Well, they had to get the VIP out of there and his wife and stuff. So they
And
had what was it, 15 minutes to get the guy?
yeah, they didn't get anybody out of there except for the one
I mean, he
surgeon.
gave up his own life. Like,
Yeah,
so what the hell?
He's like, "Where's Alpha Team?" They didn't make it.
We are the alpha team.
you know, there's actually a movie that actually has that in there. Where the guy's like, yeah, we're the backup for Alpha Team, and they didn't make it. What do you think your chances are? That's literally part of the movie in the first 15 minutes.
Wasn't that werewolf movie?
No, that was the no, that I guess that it was in that one too. No, it was one with Joey Lawrence in it.
Mm.
I gotta look up the movie. It's a zombie movie. You know, most of my movies are zombie movies. But I'll look up
Mhm.
the one for Joey Lawrence
My
right now.
equivalent to that would be the Reno 911 movie. When
Oh
like
yeah.
I show up, they're like, "You've got to be kidding me! Everyone else is locked in contamination, sir. Like it's us."
Oh, you gotta love Reno 911. That was freaking hilarious.
I
Yeah,
love it. I'll actually be going to meet Nick Swardson at Steel City Con.
nice.
That next month or December, whenever that is, December. So I look forward to that. That'll be fun. He's
Mhm.
hilarious.
Do you know that Joey Lawrence has been in 268 things?
No, I did not.
Yes. Yes, he has. Including music department. That's interesting. So of course his TV and everything. I gotta find this movie. Um, all right, gotta go to see all. Um, but yeah, I mean this. Now I know that the main guy, the main, the boyfriend in this, he's in a few other movies that just came out. Um, so we're gonna be seeing him a lot on Netflix. If anybody's interested and actually liked him in this one, I don't think he did that bad of a job.
I
Uh,
thought he was pretty good. I was happy with it, with him, his performance.
yeah, I just when they have, I just didn't like the part with where the female was so they kind of put her in a position where she was docile, and I'm like, you can't really be docile in a zombie apocalypse. So a lot of the stuff that she was scripted to do, she would have died already
Mm.
before he even got to her.
Oh yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
that was like totally unrealistic right there.
Well, they had to add the drama for until he gets to her to rescue her.
I know, but
Typical movie stuff.
they they could have come up with some type of fight scenes. Like she's obviously known him for a very, very long time. He should have taught her something.
Well, she's in the medical profession. She knows what bones can break easy and how to incapacitate people. I mean, she knows how to save people, but she also knows she should have a pretty good idea how to incapacitate, people and stuff. So
No, I get that, but they didn't show any of that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
They didn't show any of that. That was kind of disappointing. Her role was disappointing. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Well, they couldn't have her with like a scalpel and like a katana in one hand or something. Although that would have been badass. You know,
she could have had
zombie
some
killing
weapon.
doctor with a scalpel and a katana, and
Okay, okay, wait a minute. Did we not, because you mentioned this before, did we not have a fire extinguisher? And the whole entire time you're saying, why didn't you just hit him over the head with the fire extinguisher?
yeah.
Who brought out the fire extinguisher? Do you remember?
I forget. Well, he was mad about something, so he kept pounding the guy upside the head with a fire extinguisher. But like, there was a time where she walked past like a hatchet or an axe. Like it was one of those things. It was either a fire extinguisher in the box or a hatchet, and she could have easily gotten that.
But wait a minute, it was a little boy that came out with the fire extinguisher, if I remember right.
Oh yeah,
the little boy used it on that big ass one with the mask or whatever. Like
so
like a clown or something. They did have some creepy zombies in there. I'm gonna tell you what, like the patients that were like hanging from their ceilings in their rooms or whatever. Like I don't know what the hell that was about, but that shit scared like. Nope, that was creepy. No, thank you. And then when that bug was on the floor crawling around, that was some creepy zombie stuff. So they were good at that.
But I'm just saying, this surgeon who's supposed to have a medical license has gone to 10 or plus years of schooling above high school, and this little boy who not even 12 years old knows to bring out a fire extinguisher to use as a weapon.
Yeah, video game.
Video games.
Video games.
Hey, use what's around you.
I just think her character was so unrealistic.
Yeah.
So yeah. It could have been better. Now the main character was great. The kid was a little annoying at some point, but
he's a kid.
He's a kid, right? You kind of get over it. But what were some of the cliche kind of every movie you see this type of thing happen?
Oh, I thought except for the hospital thing, that was kind of obvious of waiting for the zombie thing in the hospital. I thought that was pretty common.
Yeah.
And then like the whole basis of it seemed pretty cliche to me, but by adding like a little more of the fighting and his Muay Thai or whatever, and then the way they did, I guess it was a little more unique with the fish or how they got the sickness. But yeah. It wasn't too unique. They had some the general idea was pretty common.
Yeah. Well, definitely the scene with the mom and the I guess you could say what is that called? Not OBGYN. What the
NICU.
In NICU with the babies.
Yeah.
You kind of could see that one coming. The security guard guy that he's wondering why everybody's running in the opposite direction until one of the zombies runs at him and he has to stop him with a billy club. But then, like towards the end, when we see him again, and the little girl's running out looking for her mom, and he tries to get in front before they shoot her, and winds up, getting shot. That one, I wish he would have just grabbed the girl and brought her back into the hospital, as opposed to be like, oh no, shoot, thinking that they're not
Yeah,
going to
that's
shoot.
for
But,
some
yeah,
pretty cliche. You see it coming moments.
yeah,
Yeah. Little cliche there.
and I've seen. Well, maybe I'm spoiled because of like the what do you call them? Like the Jason Statham movies and stuff like that, where they're in the garage and zombies are chasing them like towards the end. And it's like I'm used to seeing people like him jump like the wall to get to a different floor. It's like, oh, they follow me here. Oh, I can go down the floor by just jumping over the edge. Although that's still crazy to even try and do that type of maneuver. But that being trapped in the car, which
I was just about to add that one. I'm like being trapped in the car and everyone around you. That one, saw that one coming, kind of thing. But he all the way should have died then. Like,
Yeah.
I still don't understand what it exploded, but then again, with it being a cop car, I guess road flares or whatever. I don't know.
Something. They had something in there.
that dude would not die.
Yeah. Maybe he was a zombie and just didn't know it.
Hey, we've had that too.
The will to live for sure. I'd have gave up a long time ago. I just kept going, man.
Yeah, that was a little unrealistic that he kept on. Like, I thought they were going to do the cliche move of, him showing that he got, bit or whatever, but they didn't.
No, that made it more suspenseful. Because if he got bit, then you'd be like, all right, he's going to die from the rate of zombies that he's fighting off with, I guess, some sort of bone saw or something that he had at the end, which was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Like, why didn't he have that earlier? Like, he must have come across that in the hospital somewhere and just kept it in his pocket that entire time. Well, but now at the end, he wants to break it out and start use it as a weapon. Like, I'm tired of punching and kicking people. Let me break out the bone saw.
Yeah, but why did he go in slow motion and didn't get on the airplane? Instead, he decided to take wait for the zombies to surround him and then take out the bone saw. Like, what was that?
Maybe his arm strength was really compromised after being shot in the shoulder, and he figured he couldn't hang on to the skids of the helicopter before it took off. Because I was wondering how they're going to do this. Are they going to shoot him when he runs towards the helicopter? Because remember, he had the police people had the doctor and the little boys turn around like they were playing the hokey pokey. It's like, are you guys infected? Turn around. All right, turn back around. It's like, wait, what are we doing? The hokey pokey now? It's like, do they look like they're big?
Wait a minute, is that so much more realistic? Him, stopping because he doesn't have the arm strength, but he has enough arm strength to start using this bone saw.
Well, yeah, because he's fighting for his life.
But
he just didn't know that the building
can't
was.
You hold on and fight for your life while you're holding on to an airplane? Like, which one is more realistic than the other? I don't think either one is.
No, but I was kind of hoping he would like either run for the helicopter and they shoot at him, or he hops on the skid, holds on, and then as they're pulling away, he falls off. Like,
you was just hoping for him to die. Dang.
I wasn't rooting for him to die, but it was like, come on. You took all this time to get up to the top floor where the helicopter is, and now you're moving slow? Now you're moving slow. Like, you got zombies breaking down the door, coming through the window of the garage area behind you while you're just looking at the helicopter. Like, maybe I should get in there.
My first thought was like maybe he had gotten bit and he knew or something.
Yeah.
I mean, but the ending doesn't seem to prove that, I guess. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe he's like immune to it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're getting a sequel, possibly.
Yeah, I
would find out. They probably already filmed it for all we know.
Look it up.
2 months.
Well, that was with the house scene where she turns around. He finally, crawled out of the rubble.
Right? She moved back to where they were going to go together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
with the kid. Kid was going too.
No, but I thought that was funny. They at least should have showed like the building falling with him falling in the building collapsing and stuff like that. Like that. Although I guess showing him kicking some rubble and getting or crawling out of the rubble was a good ending, I guess. And spoilers, by the way. Yeah, at this
We
point.
always tell spoilers. Everybody knows the spoilers.
But I think even though it wasn't the greatest ending, it was kind of a good ending or a funny ending in the sense that there's going to be a sequel. Now we got to see how long it took him to get from the rubble to the house where they were supposed to meet up, and how many times he got bit, and how immune is he at this point?
Or if he's immune.
Yeah.
Maybe he gets. Well, I mean,
he gets to the place and then turns while he gets to the place.
Hey, we can make a movie like that. It's like you go through all. So there was a movie called Dead Weight. Oh, by the way, the Joey Lawrence zombie movie is called Isle of the Dead. By the way, guys. So there was a movie called Dead Weight where this guy was trying to get to his girlfriend, right? And all of these people that are supposed to be helping him get there, because if you're in a group, you have a better chance during a zombie apocalypse, right? So they're kind of messing things up. They're like he's having to kill people along the way because they're getting in his way and blocking his route to this girlfriend. So then he gets all the way to the end where he gets to his girlfriend. She's in this community or whatever. They have good security and stuff like that. And they wind up voting him out because one of the people that he tried to kill survived and was able to make it to that village or community before he did, and ratted on him. And he's like, but I was trying to get to you because I love you. And the girlfriend was like, well, I don't love you because you kill people. Like, it's a zombie apocalypse. Like, what is wrong with people? Like, not everybody is good, and not everybody can keep quiet when the zombie horde is coming. You gotta make choices here. I don't think anybody wants to be in my group now during the zombie apocalypse, do they? Uh-oh.
Wait, what happened?
I said, I don't think anybody wants to be in my group when we're in the zombie apocalypse now.
I'd still be in your group.
You have to make
nobody else will take me.
She's gonna take her chances with me. I'm fine with that. Loyalty is wonderful. Yeah, I'm the type of person that's got his T-shirt that says, when the zombie apocalypse gets here, I'm pushing you to fall down.
Like you already know. I'm a goner. Like don't expect to survive too long because I'm out quick. So don't depend on me for your survival.
Hey, I'll keep you along as long as you're not annoying and you don't you stay quiet when the zombie horde's outside the door,
Oh,
I keep you alive.
Mm-hmm.
I need somebody to hold, the food while I'm foraging. You know what I'm saying?
You turn around, it's all gone.
I mean, I can't,
handing it to me. Have you seen Year One? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's me. I'm Jack Black. Okay.
Oh. Oh boy.
I'm not a survivalist, guys.
That's all right. I'm sure you can learn. We'll teach you some stuff.
Oh yeah.
We'll make you useful.
Yeah. So zombie apocalypse, for the most part, just when things seem like they're getting ready to hit the fan, weapons, at least a couple of days food supply, and know where you're at to go for more food, and think of like uh, areas that not everybody else are going to start thinking about. Like it's crazy as it sounds. Instead of trying to go to the supermarket, go to like a school cafeteria or something like that. At
Mm-hmm.
least that stuff will last for a little bit.
No,
You have a couple of days worth
no
if
hospitals.
refrigeration cuts off.
No
Yeah, stay away from
hospital.
the hospitals. Stay away from prisons. Stay away from hospitals.
No school
Um,
man
but
out.
schools, most of the time, the schools will
jail.
be probably
Actual
closed. The kids will be
jail.
out of the school, so it'll just be the janitors you'd have to worry about.
No police stations.
Yeah,
No.
well, unless you got a lot of guns already, yeah, I would stay away from the police stations.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mm,
definitely.
The mom and
Because other
pop
people go,
stores,
yeah,
don't go to those ones.
yeah.
So I'll tell you this: if you are in the middle of nowhere, in like Nevada or some part in the Midwest or whatever, start hunting around for those wealthy bunkers. That's where they're at, is in those locations. If you can find one of the wealthy bunkers, yeah, you probably are pretty safe because the people in there are alive and they're easy to get rid of, or they didn't make it. So yeah, it's just sitting there unattended.
I would say they're probably, unattended unless they have a security team, which you would
But you'll
assume they
know.
would, if they have money for that, they would probably have a security team. So I don't know if you want to head
Well,
there.
the security team is not going to be in the bunker. The security team is going to be on the outside. So you can pretty much see if the security people are there or not.
No, they should be in the bunker too because they
No, they're
gotta.
not going to be. That's not how it works.
It's like you stay outside while we're in here
Exactly.
eating
You
and
stay outside, and in case any of the zombies try and get through the door, you're supposed to. Don't you know how this system works?
no, because if I'm part of the security team, I'm in the bunker with the guns,
No, that's
and
not how it works.
I'm getting my own room, my own spot. I'm
No,
staying
sir,
out
that's
there with the
not how it
zombies.
works. Nope, nope. They've already explained it. You don't. The security does not get to be in the bunker. They're on the outside of the bunker. They're in the kind of rickety deer blind system up there. It's like there's a couple stilts there, and the zombies could easily knock it over. But yeah, no, that's not how it works. Have you not watched Resident Evil, the TV series?
Oh, I've watched enough of it. I just know that I'm going to be one of the ones with the weapons inside the bunker. I'm not staying outside. Hear that noise?
Nope.
See, this is why he's on my team, okay?
All right, so there's 3 of us at least.
Exactly. This is why y'all should watch horror movies. So you know what happens, what could possibly happen in a dystopian society or in a zombie apocalypse.
Listen,
Or even
so
just
at work last night, this exact situation, this kind of conversation came up. There's 3 of us, 3 or 4 of us working last night, and hold on one second. So they're talking about what would happen during a scary movie, who would die first, who would survive, and stuff. I'm just listening to all these kids talk about it, and they're like, "Oh, you would be the one to die because you go look at stuff," and I'm just like, I've actually played out like scary movies. Like it's so funny listening to them because I'm like, nope, don't do that. You're gonna die first. I'm like, nope, don't do that because I'm gonna tell you what happens. Don't hide there.
trust me, I work in a public school, and I'm going to be honest with you. The kids that I supervise during the day, the kids that I teach during the day, yeah, most of them would not survive in any type of apocalypse, any type of situation where somebody could come in and harm them. Like, yeah, they're totally inept. So,
well, they're attached to their phones.
Well,
They're
not
so
anymore.
dependent and relying on those phones, and if the
Yeah.
network goes down during that apocalypse or whatever, they're screwed.
Oh yeah, definitely. They can't look up. They can't look up. Hey, how do you make lake water drinkable? Yeah, there is no Google at that point. Sorry, you should have learned that when I taught it to you. Um,
But Siri, you got to answer me. Why won't Siri answer me?
yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. So, so this movie in general,
Mhm.
was there anything that you thought was, I guess, that was really, really outstanding that you hadn't seen in another movie besides the fish zombies? We all know that's new.
I mean, for me, it was just not using conventional weapons for the most part. Like typically a zombie movie, people are using hatchets, they're using blunt objects. He was just using his feet and his hands, and you don't see that very often in a zombie movie. But then again, I, this is my first time watching a zombie slash kung fu flick kind of combined kind of thing. So
I've
that
watched
that
those.
was a yeah that was a different take than what I'm used to seeing as far as zombie movies. Like I said, typically they have some sort of guns or sharp
Mhm.
objects and weapons. This guy was doing it old school.
Yeah, even when it, so Fuzzy was talking earlier about how on one of his gaming podcasts he was talking about, hey, there should be a movie about this. There have been movies where they've combined martial arts in there and everything.
Mhm.
So that's not new. Um,
New for me. Let's
it's
put it
new.
that way.
It's new for a lot of people because they've never seen them before because they go with the more mainstream movies, and that's one of the reasons why we picked this is because
Mhm.
this is more of a mainstream action with martial arts in it. But that's not typical. I think a lot of the people that are making movies are trying to bring back particular subgenres, especially with zombies. They always try it every so many years. It gets to be big at some point, like with The Walking Dead, that kind of contributed to it, and other things like Z Nation and stuff. But to try and make martial arts without so many weapons in a zombie movie, I would like to see that more because I think it's more interesting than some of the other um, kills and stuff that you get with weapons. They're starting to get boring. How many times can you shoot a zombie in the head and it not get boring, right?
Mhm.
So I tend to go with the more unique methods that they have in some movies. That's why I went to independent horror, um, because you see that more often. Is how can we do this on a low budget? Well, let's get a rock. they're, they're free. All
Mhm.
right. Hey,
Yeah.
let's tear some planks off this house that's falling apart. They're free. So yeah, I think that's fun. Um, but yeah, anybody else have anything in addition that we didn't discuss yet? Nothing.
I'm
Eh,
trying to think. Like, I guess for the most part, the hospital thing has been done to nauseum to some extent. But as far as I guess the dual role of like the police or the military or whatever, them trying to go in, rescue somebody, and then pretty much send the best of the best, and it's like, oh, that'll be a suicide mission. Send them in there anyway, kind of thing. Um, I think the fact that nobody made it from that team, um, that was pretty cool. Although it usually winds up being the case, like you're
Yeah.
sending in the best of the best, and that's they're not prepared for flesh eating undead things to constantly chomp at them no matter how many times they shoot at them kind of thing, or them to come back to life when they get water sprinkled on them kind of thing.
Well, that was new.
Yeah, but
That was definitely new. I'll
um,
give him that.
yeah, but most of everything else was we've seen it, done that kind of many times before.
Hmm.
The little kid that's somewhat helpful, but not really that helpful, and
Hmm.
kind of comic relief,
Yeah.
borderline annoying. And then
Hmm.
he sees his mom and know that she's changed, but he still wants to
Of
stick around. It's like
course.
I don't know. I try to put myself in the shoes of or when I was like 8 or 12 or somewhere in that range. It's like, all right, if I see my mom is munching on babies now, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna want to stick around because I would understand that's no longer my mom as I know her.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I would think. But yeah, I just I like the movie. I'm not gonna say I don't like this. And I think even some of the things we talked about, to see it is a little bit better than just hearing about it. So I would encourage people to watch this because they do have some really good action moments in this. And seeing the expression on some of these people's faces, um, some of it was a little comical because I didn't expect that, and some of it was like, yeah, that's expected. Um, but yeah, I'm not gonna say I don't like it.
Mhm.
I don't know if it's watchable yet, if it's rewatchable yet. I'm not sure about that. Somebody said, would it be fun here? Would it be fun to see Blade in a zombie apocalypse?
Uh, yeah, it would. Just for the fact that he's cutting them up pretty cleanly and able to slice through that would be a nice change of pace instead of him hunting vampires, hunting zombies kind of thing. Um, the only, I guess, the drawback is, the plot hole might be the dulling of the katanas at some point, but it would still be awesome to see him just, decapitating endless runs of zombies running at him kind of thing.
So here's my question: is it because it's zombies, or is it because it's just different for Blade to be, not killing vampires?
I mean, it would be more so Blade doing something different. It'd be like a
Um,
zombie crossover kind of thing. It's like, or maybe he's killing zombified vampires.
yeah, because I mean, there is a movie where it's vampires against zombies. There is
Mhm.
a movie. Anybody wants to see it?
Is this one of those like independent film or like a
Yes,
B
it's an
movie?
independent film, but
Okay.
it's not so low budget that is unwatchable for
Yeah.
most people. So basically, the story goes that this one girl, one of the last like human survivors, um, is not trying to become either vampire or zombie, but then there's this group of vampires that are trying to get rid of the bad vampires that keep on, you know, extinguishing human life. But at the same time, they're also trying to make sure they stay away from the zombies and stuff because they think that the whole vampire thing has gotten out of control. Um, it's not as funny as it should be, but it wasn't
Mhm.
unwatchable.
Mhm.
Yeah, Fuzzy's like, yeah, I know her not so unwatchable. All right, tell them a movie I made you watch that you think was unwatchable, but I said it was watchable.
what was that sleepaway camp thing?
Oh, come on now.
I mean, it had some funny moments in it, but
Is
come
that the
on,
only
man.
one you got
That's the first one that comes to mind all the time.
all the
I'm
time?
pretty sure there's some other ones because like that one where the kids were snorting the asteroid
Festival of
dust or
Living
whatever.
Dead.
Yeah, that one was.
Watchable.
If
Okay, that was
if
a
you
PSA.
like, would they be considered Gen Z or millennials?
I
What
think
would you,
Gen Z.
if you don't mind the drama of Gen Z being drunk and doing asteroid drugs as opposed to real drugs, which I don't know that was
It
just weird.
was weird.
Yeah.
So, Sadie, have you watched Festival of the Living Dead?
I have not.
Hmm.
Consider
Interesting.
Um,
yourself lucky. No, I'm
I,
just kidding.
Have you watched Summer Sleepaway Camp?
no, is that the one that we talk about every single episode that
Yes.
you liked, right?
The
The
one
really
with
creepy one.
Felissa in it that they made as the technically the fifth episode of Sleepaway Camp.
No, I have not. Definitely have to watch that one.
I mean, Felissa was good in it.
She's
There was
your
some
girl, you know. I'm sure I'll like it. So
good. I will have someone on my side.
I mean,
Mhm.
I've seen a lot of stuff that she's done. That's I guess kind of what are we watching or whatever. As the word Lou Temple said, we've all been in shitty movies.
Uh
Admit it.
huh.
So, but I tend to like some of the shitty ones. So, well, the ones that other people would consider not the greatest.
Yes.
But I don't want to call any of them shitty. I mean, they may say it, but I'm not going to use that term for anybody. But yeah,
All right. So I got to remember this one, but always wanted to see someone stronger than human taking on zombies. There is a movie like that, and I have to find it. There's a couple movies like that, and I have to find them. There's actually one. I gotta find the title of it. There's one where the there's two of them. There's one and it's pretty funny. It has one of my favorite characters in it. It's a zombie that's kind of self aware at a little bit. And he's freaking hilarious in it. But there's one where the Indian nation, the Native American Indian nation, they are immune to the zombie virus. They don't know it particularly, but um, they do find out towards the end of the movie that they are the ones that the vaccine will be created from. That one I thought was really awesome, and we should do that one because it's funny. The other one um, is one where it's a little bit more serious, where the Native Americans they are also immune, and they are the kind of caretakers for those that come to their community that are not Native American, and they kind of take care of them. They set them up, and then they kind of like supply them and stuff like that, and help them. Um, so there's a movie for that. Those ones I really liked, and then the one that there's like a human that is stronger than the zombies. I have to find that one. Maybe we can review that one since somebody wants to see it. But there's tons of zombies movies. Just like when I told Fuzzy, I'm like, yeah, there's already a kung fu zombie movie. There's several of them. We just got to pick which one you want. So I haven't seen it. Now the whole fish thing that was new for me. I'll tell you that with this one, that was definitely new for me. So Sadie's not a big zombie fan.
Nah.
Why is that?
Um, Probably mostly because I never really gave it too much of a chance. Actually, I wouldn't say like I'm against it. It's just not typically the type of movie I go for when I do have, you know, the chance to actually watch something. Um, I'm glad I watched this one though. Like it was different. It's not something that I would have ever chosen. Like, if I'm flipping through and I read it, I'm not gonna be like, oh, this one looks good. But
So
it
is it because that you miss details that are very slight in the beginning when they explain like how the zombie virus got here?
is that why I don't like it?
Yeah.
Because it's hard to pay attention.
Yeah.
Listen, I made it through this entire movie, and I even, watched a little bit past the credits to
There
see
you go.
what was going on. I caught that, so be proud of me. However, I finished it, I think, at 6:01. That's why I did not log on until 6:02.
It's all right. That's all right.
I had such a busy week, and then I was hoping to get off work earlier today. And we were actually really busy, and the one other person called off. So it was like me
Of
by
course.
myself, and it was awful. But so then I'm running late after, like, I actually had to work over a little bit, and I'm like, well, this sucks. So I'm like trying to listen to it with my earbuds in and playing Netflix on my phone. Then I get home and I put it on the TV. And then I'm like, oh man, I gotta go get it on my laptop. So that's
So
been my day, guys.
so is it a good day when you only have one person call out?
Oh, yes.
Cause I've seen when I was in restaurant work, I've seen where half the staff called out one day. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Well, like, so today there was only like the cook line. There's only been two of us lately. So when one person calls off, it leaves one person pretty, to do it all. And
mm-hmm.
that it's next to impossible. It's awful. Like, so yeah, that was my day.
Uh-huh. I believe it.
Yeah.
So what would we rate this? Rating time.
I can go first on this one. I enjoyed it. Um, is it rewatchable? I'm probably going to try and see if I can pick up a few things I may have missed, as far as how the fish affected his wife, or
Yeah.
the main guy's wife, and how that was supposed to cure her, or whatnot, or see if there was any other sign that this was always meant to happen, kind of thing.
Mhm.
But yeah, I enjoyed it. I will give it a solid 7. Um, Enjoyed the action. The ending was a bit weird. I was making fun of the end because I knew something outlandish was going to happen. I'm like, and not to predict the ending, but it was like, I can only imagine him crawling from the rubble, or him, like, I figured they would just show like a fist, pushing through the rubble, but maybe it's a zombified
Mhm.
fist or something kind of thing. But no, they went fully disbelievable kind of thing
Yeah,
with
where'd
the
he get that
ending.
thing anyway? Where did
Get what
he get
thing?
that thing? He
What, the
came
bone saw?
out. Yeah, he came out of a capsule. Where did he get that thing?
I I don't know. Maybe that's what he hopped in at the end when the building was falling, and it just
Yeah,
happened to
but
be a
where did
capsule
it
somewhere.
come from?
Maybe it fell on his head
It's,
and
I don't know, the
he
same
just
place
crawled
he
in.
had the freaking blade, the salt, or yeah, from. He pulled that out of nowhere too. So he's
I'm
mad
just saying.
apparently.
Maybe that was his superpower that we're going to see in the sequel. Is that he just magically made things appear?
Yeah, yeah. I, hey, I that ending was definitely video game level ending kind of thing.
There
So
were a lot of holes in that ending. A lot. A
hey,
lot of rabbit holes.
they're going to have a sequel at some point. We'll see Ziam 2 on Netflix, and we're going to review that one as well. No, I'm just kidding. No, but
We might
I
as
give it
well.
I give it a solid 7.
We're gonna make
It's worth a watch. Just be prepared to see some strange stuff, and some stuff that might have you questioning plot holes and things like that. Like don't go in there looking for plot holes like a certain somebody
what are you talking
talking
about?
about driver's licenses for 20
Hey,
years
look,
or who
Jeepers
works on the
Creepers. Look, Jeepers Creepers, y'all should have prepared me for all the plot holes before we saw that thing.
oh my
You better
god.
leave Jeepers Creepers alone. Listen, that one is one of my favorites, and Jonathan Breck is my homie, man. I love that.
I didn't have any problems with his acting, okay?
He
I
is
just
absolutely amazing. Listen,
Yeah,
that's
she
being
was like,
accosted.
where'd he get that driver's license from? And what about the registration on his truck? And who souped that truck up? I'm like,
Don't
stop.
leave him alone.
No, but there's some plot holes at the end, but it's all in good fun. It's a zombie butt kicking movie, so that's what you're there for. That's what you're eating your popcorn to. Yeah, watch it with that in mind, and you'll have fun watching it.
Okay, but what was your rating?
I said 7, a solid
Oh,
7.
7. Oh, so this is an IGN 7?
Yeah, this is not. This is an IGN 7. We recommend. Your mileage may vary.
Hell,
I always make fun of IGN because they are, in my opinion, the worst video game reviewing company. A game could have it where you could pet cats. It's a 10 out of 10. The game doesn't have petting cats. It's a 2 out of 10. Like, wait,
well,
what?
of course.
Like, but sometimes you don't want to have to pet a cat. Like if you're driving cars, you're not getting out of your car to pet a cat. It's a driving game. Why is it a 2 out of 10? Because you can't pet a cat. Like IGN, stop. Like
Okay, which kind of cat are we talking about?
well,
Oh, hello.
or they'll have something like too much B button, which is like the dodge or jump button. It's like, oh, I had to use that too much. It's like, well, get better at playing the game or know some other moves in the game and stop punishing the game for you sucking at the game. Just IGN. If you can imagine somebody reviewing a movie with blindfolds on, that's their equivalent with gaming. That's just my opinion on them. But anyway.
All right, Sadie, what is your review of this? What's your rating?
Yeah, I was gonna give it about a 6.5, and I know that may be kind of low, but just because it's not totally my style, I guess it wasn't horrible, but for people who are into that kind of thing, the zombie apocalypse fighting kung fu stuff, I guess it was decent. It was creative, but I also a little far fetched, like the fish zombies coming back to life. Come on now.
From the water.
It
It
was
was revived by the water.
Let's not feed, Gizmo after midnight, guys.
Yes,
Like
yes. Gizmo.
I'm wet, but I also didn't really care for the ending of it. Or the very beginning, actually. The middle was bad. I wouldn't, I really wouldn't tell people, hey, you got to watch this movie. It's not one I would recommend. I don't even know if I would remember it after tomorrow. To be honest, but I wouldn't I don't know if I would rewatch it to try to catch some of the things I missed. I don't know if I really care that much. Like I do have, like I am curious. It might just catch me on one random night, like when I'm bored and like can't sleep. Like I'm gonna watch this movie again and see, like you know. Um. So yeah, I'd say about a 6.5. But you know what, Fuzzy, if you watch it again and figure out some of what we were trying to know about the fish and say, let me know because I probably won't rewatch it.
Oh, she gave you homework.
Yeah, I'll definitely try to fill you guys in on anything else I pick up
He'll
on a
gonna tell
rewatch kind
me
of
one
thing.
time. He'll be like, "So I figured it out." I'm like, "Figure what out?" Like, what are you talking about?
Remember that fish zombie movie? What fish zombie? What?
You lost it.
so Judah Roy said they don't make enough movies, so I'm giving it a 6. So I'm gonna have to give it a 6 until I see if it's rewatchable. If it's rewatchable, then I'll up my score and I'll tell y'all. But I think it's 6 right now because I didn't like the ending. I think it was just kind of like a little bit of a cash grab to get a sequel. I don't like that.
I would watch a second one though.
Oh, you would watch the
I
second
think
one?
I would.
Do we think the second one's going to be better than the first one?
Only if there's more kung fu kicking of zombies. Yes.
Okay.
I would hope so. Because like I said, it was pretty basic. Like there wasn't a lot to the plot. Like there was a little creative stuff, but okay, zombie apocalypse in a hospital, and they escape at the end. Like that's as common as it can get for this kind of movie. So I'm hoping the second one would be have more to it. I mean, obviously they would reunite at some point, kind of thing. But
Yeah.
what
Well,
they do or how they get there, I don't know. Who knows?
well, hopefully they're not trying to make this a trilogy because that might get a little old.
I wouldn't make it to the third one.
So yeah, I think it's a 6 because it does have some nice action in it and stuff like that. It was a little unique with the fish zombie stuff. But I really did not like the ending at all. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna say a 6.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So now Matt did watch this, but he unfortunately is sick, so he did not get to say his piece on this. But maybe next
Oh
time,
darn!
maybe we'll see what his rating would have been. Um, Cipher is out for other means, and we were supposed to have Jeff on here, but unfortunately he is a building rep for his school building. So unfortunately, something happened where he had to show up at a meeting and stuff like that. So unfortunately, but he will be on at some point. I told him that I must produce the Jeff at some point, and everything. So we'll see if we can't maybe get him to do Blue Murder, and or something like that. And I am going to drag Fuzzy to a Halloween movie event.
When is this? What?
Halloween. He's like,
What?
when is this?
When? You're telling me now? What?
You already know. I already told you on October 10th. You weren't
Wow,
listening.
huh?
I don't even remember what you're talking about on the Halloween movie event thing. What?
Remember,
Yeah.
I told you. No, you heard it from somebody else that there was going to be a particular short film that they are going to be showing on Halloween
Uh huh. Uh
at
huh.
a particular place.
Uh huh. Uh
Uh
huh.
huh. Uh huh. And we don't have any plans.
there's a reason why we don't have plans. We've been planning so many plans that we need a break from plans.
No, no, no. We can just go and enjoy. We can go and enjoy. So, if anybody is in the Delaware, New Jersey, or Pennsylvania area that is close to Delaware in any of one of those three, um, I do want to let you guys know before we do outros. Let you guys know that one of the greatest music videos slash horror shorts is going to be playing at the Everett Theater at 7:30 on Halloween night. It's called, what was it called? Mama's Pound Cake. You have
Okay. Yeah.
got to see it if you are in the area. The Everett Theater right now is you can go onto the Everett Theater site. I will put the listing and the website. Right now, they are doing tickets for free. You can donate if you want. It is a nonprofit um, theater that's been open for a very long time, but it is 100% nonprofit, and there are many volunteers that come in and actually support the theater. There are very few employees because they're trying to do their best to keep it open in the community and stuff like that. It's how old again? 100 and what years old? Do you remember, Fuzzy?
I don't remember the exact age, but it's over 110 years old or something, or
Yeah, it's
120 years old, I think.
yeah, and of course we will put up the event from October 10th that was at the Everett Theater, the Astro Paranormal event that we went to as well. We'll have that up soon. But yes, if you are in the area, please come and join us on Halloween night so that you can see one of the best short films. And of course, Wine and Dine is also a very good film, and that will be shown along with three others. So
Mhm.
it is not a long evening, but it is definitely worth coming out to see because you cannot see Mark Sorrow's Pound Cake any other way, and it is freaking hilarious. Um, but besides that, oh, and I got you a mystery bag, Sadie, when we went to the event.
Yay, I'm excited. You didn't
Yes.
forget about me.
No, I didn't. I got you one.
I
I got
can't
you
wait. Thank you so much. I
one.
appreciate
Okay.
you.
So we're gonna do outros. And what's to go first?
I guess
Hey,
I'll
y'all
go
want to stay on for another 2 hours?
Oh, this is always fun doing this podcast on Friday evenings and talking about the movies we got to see and just shooting the shit with you guys about you know the movie and other horror related things and sometimes gaming as well. But this was a blast. Thanks to everybody in the chat. Thank you guys for checking us out live. And for those that catch us on replay, greatly appreciate the support. Thank you for checking us out as well. And as always, you can hear my rambles and rants about gaming and horror and everything in between on social media. Just do a search for Fuzzy Belvedere and you'll be able to find me. Sadie, let everybody know what you got going on for the next week or so.
Hold on one second. Fuzzy, are you able to put the Instagrams in the chat?
I believe so. What, my Instagram or your Instagram?
All three of ours.
Okay. Yeah, let me.
Thank you.
Yours, mine, everybody's.
Everybody.
Thank you.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead, sweet Slayer Sadie. Tell us what you're gonna be doing.
I don't even know. Let's see. So, like I said, it's a pretty slow month for me, so that could change. Though, I've been invited to a couple Halloween parties, which actually Jeff Shanker, who was supposed to be on tonight, our buddy,
Mm-hmm.
he'll be DJing at one at Crossroads out in Jersey.
Oh, okay.
Um,
That's what it says.
our friend Jess is actually hosting that one.
Mm-hmm.
My friend Dan invited me out to Indiana. The Suicide Puppets are having a show, I think, the day before Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
So I might change up my plans. I don't know. I have to look at it though. But and then right after Halloween, I'll be going into figure out, hopefully go down with Ron Black and Chris and be a part of Fragment of Mine and learn some camera work, some producing, uh, possibly, I'm going to have a role on that one. So looking forward to hanging out with them and everything. But as for that, it's about all I have planned. What about you?
Um, so right now the only thing besides editing these films and well the Astro Paranormal and also setting up these podcast things and various other things. I'm gonna drag Fuzzy out to the Halloween events, and then I guess I gotta leave him alone after that. I gotta leave you alone after that,
Something like that.
something like that. And so when
The new year, at least. Like,
at least the new year, hear it in his voice, guys. Do you not?
Oh, hey, I forgot to tell you guys, I did get to hang out, an entire weekend at Sinister Horror Fest. There you go. Here in Ohio and Warren, I hung out with Lou Temple, who
Mm-hmm.
was just in Crimson Harvest with us,
Yep.
and he's going to be in the slab with me.
Mhm.
But it was Xander was there as well,
Uh-huh.
so it was really nice to get to see them, out this way because it was only, it's a half hour from my house to have them out this way. They put on a good show. Lou was awesome as always, hung out with him
Mhm.
at his table. We had a beer together, watched
Mhm.
some of the movies on the drive-in screen together. They played Devil's Rejects and Rob Zombie's Halloween and Night of the Living Dead. So getting to watch those with Lou was pretty cool. He's a awesome guy. But and then of course that was Friday and Saturday. And so both days, I hung out with him, and I look forward to working with him on the slab as well. So forgot to tell you guys that.
Okay.
nice.
Um. So who? Okay. So, oh, here it is. So I just want to say, so when we were at New Jersey Horror Con, because we have a few minutes, when we were at New Jersey Horror Con, I was so excited to see Jeff Shanker and the other people that I volunteered with at various other places, like Monster Mania and stuff. That I did I did not kind of pay my respects to Lachlan Monroe. He played Jack Sheridan in Charmed. He's been in a few other things as well, and I kind of ignored him, and I feel bad now.
Well, Lachlan's awesome. I've met him a couple times before.
Yeah.
Actually, every time I see him, because he doesn't have Night at the Roxbury on his banner ever,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, that is my favorite one. That he like, even like, of course, I like Scary Movie, but Night at the Roxbury is my favorite, and I'm like, how do you not have that up there?
Yeah, that is a little weird. But yeah, I just felt really, really bad because I spent my attention on Jeff um instead of him, and I think he was a little surprised by that. Um so yeah, I just when I go to the cons and stuff like that, I me and Fuzzy, we kind of go there now to kind of work and promote other people, and I kind of forget about the actors that come there to sign things. So yeah, I felt a little bit bad about that. Fuzzy, was there anybody that you saw at the cons that you know you were excited to see?
Just people that we've been working with on films and that we've hung out with before. That's basically it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. A big part of the reason I go to cons anymore is to hang out with everyone that we work with and network or become
Yeah.
friends with. Um, I mean, of course, the guests are always great, but it's definitely a good time when we're all together. So
Yeah.
and the
So
cons are a place that we get to do that. So
that's true. That's true. So yeah, I don't think we have anything else planned really after October except for what we're doing with the filming and setting up for the filming, which we're gonna try to do between March and April for the shorts, and then um, you don't have anything booked for June, right?
nope, and I won't book anything.
Okay, because we just need one day. Well, technically one night. We just need one night to do it in because we're just doing the proof of concept, and we're gonna be excited to have that up. And we were all in a music video, and that's up too. Is it listed under suicide puppets or horror scene?
Oh, I think it's horror scenes. Welcome to your hell.
And it's on Facebook, right? They put it on Facebook.
Yeah, and it's on YouTube and stuff too. Oh yeah, our music video's up, guys. You should put the link or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try and find right now. Let's see. Let's see, horror scene. Do you remember what the name was?
Welcome to your hell.
Okay. Oh, there it is. There it is. So we will go ahead. Give me 1 second. There we go. And we will put that up as well. Let's put it in here. Let's see. I don't know if it's going to be a good link in here, but might be able to copy it. If not, I'll put it on in the comment section, in the description section after this. Okay, but we're all in a music video. Yes, you can see Fuzzy in it. Yes.
Oh yeah.
He definitely stands out. Let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it was fun. It was really, really fun. But I guess that's it.
Yeah.
So bye everybody.
Bye guys.
Bye.